You got zig when everyone thinks you're gonna zag. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't zag or zig
Yeah.
unless you're zigging.
Then you get a zigzag. You get high.
Scoobity bop bop bop.
And that's why I like jazz.
Hey, Corey.
What up?
Shut the fuck up.
I want smooth jazz.
Talking about zigging and zagging and...
Jazz is just nice.
You ever zigged or zagged when you're
Jazz is
zigging?
just great to listen to.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's a motherfucker
Blues.
playing
Big-
jazz.
blues jazz?
There's a motherfucker playing jazz right in front of you trying to steal your shoes at the same time.
Exactly.
It's okay.
That's called multitasking.
That's what peak efficiency looks like.
Yeah.
And they're pretty good at it.
Corey lost a set of shoes.
You would think your shoes are still on.
Do you ever actually see those pickpockets? Like, just take a watch off a dude.
Dude,
And you're like,
I really want to figure that out at some point in my life. And just
the talent of a pickpocket is amazing.
oh, it's insane.
Yeah.
Like it's
I'm gonna take your tie off your neck.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
What?
stupid.
And he does. And you're like, how does he not notice? But then you're like,
Then they break down the science, and you're like,
yeah,
That still doesn't make
they're paying
sense.
attention to my hand on your shoulder and not me touching you here or something like
Yeah,
that.
like you hit me here and then talked to me about this and then took my watch off. How?
Yep.
And, you know, to them, you probably look like a toddler that's like, I got a quarter. Like,
They
100%
they
what
probably
it is.
walk the streets looking at good watches. They're like, that's not worth it.
They pick their targets.
And they can spot a Rolex from 2 blocks away.
Absolutely.
like a legit Rolex. You're
Absolutely.
like, oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Crazy.
dude. Fuck that. Just take everyone's fucking wallet. Just boop.
That's why every heist movie has a pickpocket. Every one.
They are essential.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I still swear by the chain wallet.
Yep.
You know what was the most ridiculous?
I don't have one,
What
but-
was that fucking called? Had the guy from Zombieland in it. Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good
Oh,
movie.
those are great.
Was that Catch Me If
There
You
was
Can?
3 of
Catch
those,
Me If You
right?
Can was writing checks.
Oh, what was the one where he was like, they were magicians and they were just like heisty?
Now You See Me.
Now you see me.
Now
yes.
You See Me.
There's another one in the works.
They're really.
Which, by the way,
Same
I
cast?
watched Now You See Me. These people are just straight up wizards, right?
Yeah, no, it's like, well, yeah, it's not a
Like,
trick.
it's
They're
actual
magic.
real magic now.
Yeah.
like there's a certain
It's not
degree.
just like
You're
sleight
telling
of,
me he
sleight of
knows
hand.
how to throw a card with a curve around 3 guards.
Or like there was something too with like water where he like disappeared into like water and reappeared like 100 feet up and like
I love how they don't give an explanation for the absurd ones.
yeah, it's just like yeah. So you're just a wizard, right?
Listen,
Yeah.
listen. Now you see me is just wanted with magicians.
Yeah.
Yes. Jesus fuck.
Yeah.
They're not magicians, Corey. They're wizards. Like,
You can't curve a bullet.
like,
Okay.
Harry, you're a wizard. Like,
Yes. Just yeah. There's a certain degree where it's just absurd.
it was absurdity. Yeah.
It was fun to watch though.
It was. So that's the
Definitely
thing.
was.
Entertainment value on key.
Baby Driver's in that same
Oh,
category.
you know what else has been really dramatic lately too? Is the whole everyone's pissed off that for Barbie they didn't have Margaret Robbie as a nominee.
Margot.
Yeah,
Margot,
say
sorry.
it right, bro. You can't disrespect the Margot.
Don't disrespect my wife like that. Okay. Just
She is a goddess.
His wife.
Apparently, she didn't make it Oscar worthy though. Just saying, guys.
Neither did what was it that Leo didn't get for Forever and a Half either.
That's true.
Yeah, he also got it on like one of his like. I mean, it was a good movie, but it wasn't one of his best movies.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
how
definitely.
Blood Diamond didn't get an Oscar is beyond me.
Fair.
Yeah, Leo was. Well, Jackie Chan just got an Oscar for the first time recently too.
Really?
That was kind of wild to me.
That man is my hero, dude. My thing is like, dude, I just want like a good old like kung fu movie,
Yeah,
but
like Ip Man.
legit, kind of like with John Wick, but with Asians. Can I
On
say that?
that note, welcome back, guys, to another episode of What You Take, the show where we talk about just about anything we can possibly think of and bring you guys along for the unfiltered, unapologetic ride. As always, you're gonna have myself here, Steve, my brother Chris.
That's me. We're doing much better than we have recently. You need to share the show.
I hope there's people following this show just to check in on you.
There are.
Spencer, you fucking slut.
God damn it, Spencer.
Spencer, you answer that phone and you tell them to share the show.
That's my dad.
Well,
Tell them to share the show.
tell them to share the show.
Y'all, we about to have a fucking 4-hour episode if
Yeah,
we got
no, just be like, yeah, Dad, you're right, Dad.
pills
Okay.
on the phone. Sexy Spence.
Yeah, that's me. I don't know. Great timing though on the phone call. Jesus Christ.
And we got Corey.
Hey,
Got
share the
Brady
show.
Bunch up in here.
Chris is not okay. I'm the only guest here. They can't
It's okay.
Chris, I'm here for you.
They're listening.
You're gonna get so beaten. ISIS.
Spencer's onto us.
Yeah. Anyway. And I just flipped the camera too.
Oh no.
So I want to talk about something here, again, going into movies as of late, because the new trend seems to be taking animated shit and transitioning it to live action. So I got a list, I got some rumors, I got some things I'm hearing about, and I want you guys' fucking takes on it.
They're really throwing live action out there though recently. Like it's like everywhere. Now.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Like-
they've got zero...
There's no chill.
No, nothing.
Well, the thing that kind of gets me though is like they're actually starting to get good too though. Like
They're not bad. It's just hard sometimes when you get a look or a style that is unique to the way you saw it animated, and the
Right.
real life version of that is just kind of a letdown.
kind of like disappointing.
It
Yeah.
is. It's absolutely a little bit disappointing.
Well, I mean, it all kind of started with like the video, or not even the video games, the animes, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Well, that's
how many
exactly it.
Animes started like,
Like,
Oh,
I
that
can't
fucking
speak-
Death Note abomination.
yeah,
I
dude.
can't speak
And
on it
Death Note
because
is such a good fucking series.
It honestly, I think Death Note is the anime that got me into anime.
No, I agree. Like, I watched that.
The
and it was like-
gateway.
yeah, it was like one of the ones I sat down. And I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
well, and I can't speak on it because I don't necessarily like anime that much because I have
Right.
never delved myself into that, I don't know, genre, if you will. But I do know that a lot of people like anime have been impressed by some of the live action stuff that has been coming out recently.
Oh, dude, like
I heard the One Piece one did really well.
It did.
Yeah, I
everyone
heard that
know,
too.
Like one of my guys I work with, he's really into anime, or like not anime, One Piece, I should say, and he's like, dude, it was actually really good.
Well, and that's the thing. I think we're in a situation within theatrical or whatever you want to call it where you can make an anime live action based on the CGI we have capabilities of doing.
Well,
Right.
yeah, and that was always anime's biggest thing back in like the late 80s, early 90s, and even early 2000s is you can do some wild fucking bullshit with animation that you cannot do on a live action set.
Without it looking corny as fuck.
Correct. Which
What's interesting though is like the common denominator seems that the live action ones succeed the best when it's not a film that is through like Universal or something like that. You give it to Amazon, you give it to Netflix, and
Oh, they
shit
own
gets
that
done.
shit. Yeah.
yeah, like that I
Let's
think
get real. Last of Us.
well, yeah, Last of Us, and that like that's something that really contributed, I think, to like the fan base of like anime in general, at least in kind of our age group, is like, yeah, you could watch Rambo, you know, go nuts, or you could watch this dude jump a 30-story building, do a backflip, and kick another guy's chest out.
Well, and I think I don't think they've understood
Back
that.
to the kung fu.
I don't think they've understood that they can like actually steer it more towards our audience and our like demographic, our age demographic.
Right.
Because The Last Airbender was directed towards children and it sucked.
That
Okay.
you're earthbenders. Why aren't you earthbend? Shut up.
Well, speaking
time out.
Speaking of, that's actually on my list here. The now
I've heard nothing but great things coming out of that.
the remake of
yes.
Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live action. The trailer smacks. The reviews are fucking smacking. Everything that I have heard and seen surrounding this is disgustingly amazing.
These are all things I want to hear right now.
Like,
Yeah, no, like
have you not seen the trailer for it?
No, I have not.
Okay, after this episode,
Bro.
we will show you the
Okay,
fucking
please.
trailer. It is firebending done right.
I love
Wonderful.
that The Last Airbender was targeted at children, and it's still fucking like there's like 20-year-olds who
oh,
are
it
like,
still smacks, dude.
dude, yeah.
Like-
Well, I think they did really good job actually, kind of like multi-layering
Yes.
Avatar. To where it's like, yeah, you can watch it as a kid and kind of get what's going on. But then when you're like 25 and you see there's no war in Ba Sing Se, and you're like, whoa!
yeah.
That's how you know it's good writing. Though. That's how you know it's good writing.
That
It's
went
'cause
over
you
my
can
head.
Appeal to multiple audiences at once.
Yeah.
It's like you grow, but your views of how the show change with it.
Yeah, 15-year-old me didn't. At 25, whoa.
Right,
There's
like-
definitely some shit that went over
Oh,
your
this
head.
is like some geopolitical shit. Fuck. Sitting there taking a pull of a joint, watching this, like what?
Well, and that's where all this live action is going. I mean, even just with Star Wars, it wasn't live action, but it's going towards us now because
Yeah.
we are the ones that are going to go to the theater. We are the ones that have the money. We are the ones that are going to spend it.
yeah,
Yep.
Absolutely.
So please
You know,
listen.
that's the other thing that's really kind of interesting. Like we're finally the market.
Right.
Yes.
We have never been in the past.
Guys,
but
we
we're
made
the
it.
market. We made it.
They care about us.
It's our turn now.
And on the bigger end of things too, not just like anime, but I would even go so far as like just nerd culture in general.
Oh, fuck.
Agree.
Yeah.
Anime, comic books, fucking conventions, fucking D&D, fucking
Oh, yeah.
like even like theater arts and stuff like that's coming out really big like again.
Dude, D&D was like non-existent when I was younger. I mean, it was there, but it wasn't like
It's
popular.
mainstream.
You were coming off the Satanic Panic when you were a kid.
I
though.
kind of was actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the nerd culture is like the biggest long con that we played on the world.
yes. Yeah.
Okay, like we've been sitting just waiting.
Yeah.
For
you look
the
at billionaires and be
value.
like, you're not even a superhero, you loser.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
Staying on the Nickelodeon train. So we've got Avatar: The Last Airbender, obviously, but we've got another one that is supposedly coming out of the Nickelodeon house. There's talks, and I thought there was a few set photos of a live-action Danny Phantom.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah.
I never really got into Danny Phantom.
I liked Danny Phantom. The problem I'm having is this is something that should not be done live action.
Well, tell me-
it shouldn't be.
Paint a picture for me. Who is casted for this?
The guy from The Flash. Not
Oh,
Ezra Miller,
like-
from the CW Flash.
Not the crazy one.
Oh, like the season, like the episode.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is
The
a
series.
there's a set photo of him in the suit with the white floofy hair, and I'm just like, that's
Studio
not
just loves him in like a suit.
in tights.
Yeah, that's it.
The man looks great in tights.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is not the show to do live action.
No.
Just like you wouldn't do Jimmy Neutron.
That's
live
like being,
action.
hey, Invader
Right.
Zim is live action.
They'll probably do it at some point.
Well, you're not wrong.
Yeah. That's happening. That's in the works.
We're probably gonna see Courage the Cowardly
Traveling down
Dog.
the pipeline.
That show was such a fucking acid trip all the time.
Talking about Invader Zim or Courage the Cowardly
Courage
Dog?
the Cowardly Dog.
No, that was a acid trip the entire
That was
time
for
we
college
watched it.
kids. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, there's
that
no-
was targeted.
No, and
for
I'm
college
sitting here as like an 11-year-old watching Adult Swim.
Oh yeah, no, it's like, oh my god! Like, for a brief moment, some college stoner and a 9-year-old were in sync.
What about
I liked his smart ass computer.
speaking of acid trips? I don't know how they're gonna manage this, and I think we've talked about it once or twice. But they're also looking at a live action Minecraft starring Jack Black. How the fuck
I
are you
don't
gonna
know
do
how the
Minecraft?
Okay,
fuck they're
here's the
gonna do
thing.
that.
I think the only way to do that, you have to do where it's real life, like Tron, and then they come into a situation where they're now in a Minecraft world.
Yes.
And then it's an adventure, almost like Jumanji.
I kind of feel like I'm just gonna watch like Jack Black become a prospector. That's it. He's just gonna dig.
That sounds like a great wet dream.
You know, if you
Yeah, actually, kind of.
if you
Hey, I'd watch that for 3
Yeah,
hours.
I watched that like so fast.
if you dyed Jack Black's hair all white and gave him a prospector hat,
Colonel Sanders.
no, no, he would look like the prospector from Toy Story 2.
Oh my god!
Holy
That's
shit, actually, yes.
Dirty Pete.
Yeah, Dirty Pete.
He would look like Dirty Pete. No, Stinky Pete.
Stinky
Stinky Pete, not Dirty Pete.
That's a whole other kind of. That's a whole other piece.
You two are absolutely identical. You know, I'm sure I could get you a part in Toy Story 3. I'm sorry, are we back? Oh, all right, girls. Lovely talking with you. Yes, anytime you'd like some tips on acting, I'd be glad to chat with you. All right, off you go then.
It is.
That's
Fair-
on
fair
Disney
enough.
X, not Disney
Yeah.
Plus.
Disney After Dark.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, he would look exactly like Stinky Pete.
God damn it, that is gonna be in my head now.
I hope they actually go that route. I really do.
Okay, but if
God damn it.
will they ever well, they can't really
Yes,
destroy
they
our
will.
childhood by doing a live action Toy Story
Oh,
because
they
that would
will
just be
destroy our
They
childhood.
can.
That would
They
be
will.
a
you
nightmare.
can't make toys live action. That's terrifying.
They can.
No, that's
They
Chucky.
will.
That would,
And then they're gonna build sets that are like Andy's room.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's gonna be a nightmare.
No. The world is becoming the Hunger Games.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Like the
You're
way
not
that
wrong
the way
about
that
that.
I've
like
been saying that for years.
the way that they like had, their entertainment value is the same as where we're going.
Okay, so let me throw this one at you then, because they're talking in terms of making shit nightmare fuel, right? They're talking live action Lilo and Stitch. The fuck you gonna do, Stitch? The
Stitch is
fuck
gonna
you
be
gonna
a
do,
terror.
Stitch?
Okay, Stitch is
Might as well
absolutely
just have like a xenomorph with
This is
fucking.
Stitch.
Oh,
Go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, this is the weirdest Canadian encounter ever.
Sorry.
Sorry in there, bud.
I had the same conversation with you guys about Borderlands.
Yep.
Borderlands suffers
Yep.
from the same thing. If Borderlands is fun and zany and weird because of its pastel art style, if you made Borderlands photorealistic, that would be the most scary, fucked up, dark, R-rated game you've ever fucking seen.
Correct.
Agree.
But because
Unreal
it's in that,
Engines gets a hold of it. Like,
yeah,
Oh fuck.
yeah, it would be rated M like that. Like, there's no, I mean, it's already rated M, but like,
And we'd be fucking here for it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it just,
I would play it.
yeah, I would too. It's just, it's
I might
because
actually
of that.
play it more.
It went from like Dead Space to like fun, haha.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing, is like it has that haha kind of zany humor to it because of that pastel art style.
Yeah.
But if you change that, it becomes a whole different thing.
Well, and if, if you're talking about photorealistic, you're talking about like maybe Fallout being one of the competitors to Borderlands in that regard, being photorealistic.
Fallout would
but
be really
Fallout
cool.
wasn't scary or gory or disgusting. Like,
Yeah,
Borderlands
Fallout-
has that.
I mean, Fallout's getting their live action series. Apparently, they're actually doing really well with the production of it right now.
I looked at some of
Ooh.
the pictures of their sets and stuff, and they look really cool.
Yeah.
I'm telling you
Like,
right
no
now,
joke.
one of the biggest live actions that I'm most happy about and excited about is Gears of War.
That
If they do it right-
If they do it right,
is Batista going to be in it?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe
I know
so.
he was fighting it because he didn't want to be typecasted.
Wow,
He's
dude.
got to just own the fact
It
that
literally
he is
is him.
typecast.
I don't care.
It is what it is.
He
like,
probably could have sued them
just
for like.
oh, absolutely.
What
Just
he's trying to do is
fucking
he's
own
trying
it.
to take
Right.
the Dwayne the Rock Johnson route, and he's trying to become more popular and like kind of expand himself
It
in a
won't
more
happen.
depth perception, right? But he's not going to be able to do that.
No.
He's not. He's not the Rock.
Here's one
Well,
that
I
I'm.
mean, like, look at he does good though. Like, let him in Glass Onion.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
He had the character. Don't get me
he
wrong.
still
but-
was like the really kind of meatheady, like rich dude, though.
right.
right. But also, then if you look at what was it, Blade Runner 2049.
That's true.
He was
That
a
was a
smart,
good one.
nerdy professor who then whooped the shit out of that dude.
I actually, speaking of whooping the shit out of somebody,
Were you whooping the shit out of somebody?
I'm so nonviolent now.
I know. That's why I would have been shocked.
I'd apologize for somebody kicking my ass.
I'm sorry I didn't make that easier for you, sir.
Yeah. Let me bend over a little more.
That's a different kind of ass whooping.
I
Also, see Disney X.
see
Yeah,
Disney
right.
X.
Or Nick at Night.
I saw this clip. It was the Batman TMNT crossover where Batman just kicked the fucking shit out of Shredder. I loved it. Sorry.
You know what? Like you're talking. Like, could you imagine a superhero movie and you're like my arch nemesis just got shit rocked in front of you?
Dude, it was bad. He was like,
it's like walking
smashing
in on
his
someone boning your wife. Like,
dude. He was like smashing Shredder's head into like console.
That's
shit
kind of
while
when
he
you
was
almost.
down.
That's when you
like,
hope they break the fourth wall and be like, "We've been doing this for 6 fucking seasons, and it
Right.
took you one episode.
this is some
what the
goddamn
fuck?"
bullshit.
yeah, dude,
Like,
Batman was stomping him out. It was kind of fucking funny.
It's kind of great, though.
The one that I want to end on, and I think it's the one that I'm realistically the most excited about, and that I'm not overly upset. I'm concerned about the way that the CGI is going to go because it has to be done with this particular one.
Trepidatious.
No.
What the fuck?
That's the word.
I'm aware. I'm just saying no to it. Is How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, okay. If they do this,
Gerard Butler is confirmed he is going to be reprising his role as Stoic.
I honestly love these movies.
I
do.
am
So
a-
I really hope they
I am a
don't-
diehard How to Train Your Dragon
Yeah.
fan.
Okay, but if they're going to do this, is it going to be directed at children? Or are we
I'm
going a
sh-
little bit more PG-13?
You know what I-
I
you know
think
what
it's
I
gonna
think?
be PG-13.
Realistically, it's going to look like Detective Pikachu.
Okay.
I think the animation would fit.
Right, because you don't want to do hyper realistic because then
Right.
also
Well-
you got Dragonheart going on.
That was another good movie. I would almost like that more though because like my thing with How to Train Your Dragon, and maybe because I'm just not a kid, but like with the way that it was done up, I genuinely did not understand why people were raising a stink about the dragons. It's like, yeah, no, they're like cute. Like
It wasn't about how it was
they
because
eat
they
their
were
sheep.
Yeah, they were the sheep was their thing, and they were a pest.
oh,
Is what it was.
Yeah, it was kind of like how Australia views kangaroos.
Got you. Because, like, my thing is, like, yeah, if you make that thing look like fucking Dracarys from Game of Thrones,
Right.
That's exactly it.
That's my thing. Is like,
Some
yeah,
scary
that
shit
makes
going
a
on.
real lot more sense. Why your dad's like, no, the fuck, you are not training this
We are
thing.
killing the fuck out of this.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm definitely excited for it. I mean, Hiccup is one of the characters I think that in a long time Pixar has actually made a cool looking primary character.
I actually loved how it showed him growing.
yes.
Who's the guy that did fucking
Like, for fuck's sakes, he had a beard.
He had
so and so
stubble
versus
and
the
everything.
world?
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim. Who is that guy? Was that Michael Cera?
Yeah, Michael Cera. Yeah, they did a really good job in that live action.
Yeah. I was gonna say, but I don't know. Maybe Michael
They actually
Cera
have
is
an
Hiccup.
animated series coming on Netflix, too.
They already came out.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, it's
Cool.
Yeah, I think with live action How to Train Your Dragon, you can do photorealistic dragons, but it's going to be very difficult to do that.
I just think it's going to turn too much into, like, Game of Thrones
Right.
kind of shit. Or, like, House of Dragons, I should say.
I think
but
Detective Pikachu style would be the way.
I
to
think
go.
that would be the best.
Yeah.
That would be
Detective
like,
Pikachu's
it's not
kinda
going to scare the
Sonic.
kids, but it's also not,
Yeah.
you're, like, not a cartoon.
I think realistically that's probably the way they're gonna have to go with Stitch
Yeah.
too. Now that I'm thinking
Agree.
about it. So,
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys.
Stitch would look like a fucking
I know.
monster.
Oh, I know.
Just those big bug black
No.
eyes and like those little
Yep.
like feeler
Forearms
things.
pop out, like,
Abso-
"Rah," in the dark.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah.
They had a Stitch onesie for his like space jumpsuit, and I was like, I need to get this for the little one because she's such a fucking terror and see her running around the house. Anyway, guys, in the comments, let us know what you think about all of these upcoming live action projects and anything else you want us to take a peek at. We are at time though, so we've got a jet. Boys, any announcements?
Nope.
Chris took a big, deep fucking breath.
We could tell from the microphone because he's not in the same room.
One.
I'm gonna run.
No, he's not.
Yep.
Nope.
Get him!
Oh, if he would have took out one of those fucking cameras. With that being said, guys, until next time, peace.